good.
There she is, boys.
All right, so we got a paper tag on the back. We're gonna have a metal tag back here. 30-ish days. Tag's good for 60, but I say 30 roughly. Super unleaded, no problem there. Key in, quarter turn, boom, nothing to it. If you come across non-ethanol fuel, great, but if not, just run super. Yep. So anytime you're off of it, turn your handlebars to your left. You always want to lock your steering. That'll keep anybody from rolling off on you. Not to say they couldn't pick it up and haul it off, but you know what I mean? Yes. So I'm gonna give you just like you know nothing about it. So key on and off right there. You'll hear the fuel pump pressure up for a minute. Off, on. Hazards, nothing to it. You don't have to pull the clutch on, do anything. Just as long as you're in neutral, hit start, you're good to go. Now, if you stall it at a stoplight, you can just pull the clutch in, hit start again if you're in gear. But if you were to go to put it in gear with a kickstand down, it's going to kill the motor. Everybody does that, so don't freak out. It's okay. Pretty simple. High and low beams right there. Blinkers left and right. They do not self-cancel, so to cancel them, just push it right back in. There's your horn. RPM across the top, speedometer, gas gauge, clock. It's just because it's not warmed up on the temperature yet, so it'll start putting your temperature right there. Tells you what gear you're in up in the top left corner. ABS light and the oil light, it's just because we're not moving yet. ABS light, as soon as it picks up this couple of rotations on the tire, it turns off the ABS light. Usually by the time you're 3, 4, or 5 miles an hour, you're good. First couple times when you ride it, it's going to smoke just a little bit. They treat the motors with a coating that'll burn off. Warmer days, it burns off quicker than cooler days. But by 50 miles or so, it'll be cooked off. You won't smell it anymore. So like if you're sitting later on, you see a little bit of smoke coming off of it, don't panic, you're okay. Not much, but quarter turn. You could wad up an insurance card or whatever, you know, stick something underneath there. But more importantly is here's your Allen wrench to get underneath your seat. So if you need to get under here where your battery, your fuses, relays, everything's under here. But that's the key to get to it right there. Just slide this back in. Just like that. Tires are brand new. What I'll tell everybody is square up, take your time going around corners. So as you ride it, that'll rub that newness off those tires and they'll pick up normal traction then. But first 40, 50 miles, just square off your corners, take your time. First service is around 600 miles. It is a customer pay, warranty doesn't cover it, but that's getting your braking oil out of it, checking the whole bike over, top to bottom, make sure they're going the right direction for you. After your first service, it's at least once a year or every 3,000 miles, whichever comes first. And all this is in the back of your book too. So if your owner's manual is in that catalog or in the paper trail, it's in there too. Questions? Anything so far?
No.
All right. Okay, first service, 600 miles. Gonna smoke, gonna stink just a little bit. Don't sweat it. Brake fluid, front and rear. Every 2 to 3 years, you change that. Brake fluid attracts moisture as time goes by, so you want to keep that changed every so often. Same way for the coolant, the radiator. We change that every 2 to 3 years also. Sight glass, like checking your oil with the dipstick, if you will. Your sight glass is right here on the bottom. So it's almost a two-person operation because you got to hold the bike up straight. You can see a little bubble right there at the top as I lean it over. So it should be about 2/3 the way up that little window right there.